So this Marvel What If series is going on right now, right? The comics, not the show. Showing this one issue of Miles Morales as Thor, right? Now, they're for some weird ass reason doing what if versions of Miles Morales as various characters. And I think they're doing them with other characters too, like Gwen Stacy and shit. So now, you know, Miles is basically the entire Marvel universe damn near. So they got Wolverine Miles, Thor Miles, and probably like a whole bunch of other shit, right? But what hit me in particular was this goofball shit right here.
What is this? Huh? This is whack! I can't get jiggy with this shit!
Like, so not only did they make Miles Thor, they decided, hey, like, let's ghettoify the shit out of Thor and everything that's related to Thor, basically. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not against black characters having urban fashion senses or, you know, having hip-hop culture as part of their personality if it's actually part of who they are. Hell, I'm not even against black stories having hood shit happen as long as it's like an organic part of the story. You know, as long as it's not no sad shit like Menace to Society or Boys in the Hood or Juice or some shit. You know, like, we're not about to play dumb like there are no black people who are into shit like, you know, hip-hop and all this, you know, having an urban fashion sense and all that stuff. And of course, it's not every single black person who's like that, but there's still more than plenty of them out there. But see, in this aspect, this is just some goofy ass shit right here, because Marvel just went
like, hey dog, we know that y'all niggas like when we turn white characters black for that representation shit, so we went the extra mile, get it? We done went and tagged up Thor's hammer, we call it Little Mjolnir, and we gave the Bifrost some swag, peep the graffiti, nigga. Peep that shit, son.
So Asgard is basically his hood, and they got this motherfucker rhyming and shit. Who the fuck is he supposed to be, Dolomite?
Way down in the jungle deep, the lion stepped on the signified monkey's feet.
Like, and then to top it off, they go and put this shit in the mix.
By Odin's Fade.
By Odin's Fade? Odin's Fade?
What kind of shit is that?
Odin over here got on Timbs and shit. Like, dog, if this, like, see, if this whole thing was like a parody series, I wouldn't really take an issue with it. But, you know, the reason why is because that's the whole intention of the story. It's not meant to be taken seriously. That's why it's a parody. That shit, it's supposed to be dumb. But, nigga, this is Marvel. Like, they couldn't just let him be just another tokenized version of another established character. Nah, they had to go and, you know, start ghettoing this shit all up because Miles is black. So they decided to, you know, ghettoify Asgard because, you know, we all know that once you let some black people in the door, everything's gonna become super ghetto, right? Like, everything's gonna have fucking graffiti on it. And, you know, I mean, they could have just let Miles Morales be who he is, but he's Thor now. Instead, they gave us Thigga, God of Drip or some shit. Like, Asgardian's gonna be walking around smoking that Jotunheim Kush and pouring one out for the dead homies that ain't make it through the fucking Ragnarok shootout. Like, I mean, I really wonder what's next. Like, they gonna do Miles Morales Wolverine, and how's that gonna look? They gonna fucking ice out his claws? They gonna give him some fucking adamantium grills or some shit? And then what? You know, Miles Morales Captain America. They gonna fucking power him up with some fucking super soldier scissor. Like, Marvel clearly made this for that section of black Twitter that's gonna see this goofy shit as a.
I see this as an absolute win.
Cause I mean, it's like, you got black people who are gonna see this as like the pure retarded shit that it is. Then you're gonna have other black people who's gonna bust a representation matters nut over it. And then you're gonna have other black people who are like in the middle who wanna like pick and choose when being stereotyped by someone else is offensive.
I'm just happy to see that they finally put some melanin up in Asgard.
Shut your stupid.
Believe it or not, I'm not actually tripping about this shit. To keep it a stack, I haven't really given a shit about current Marvel and DC comics for quite some time, because all they really want to do is rehash past major events, you know, or turn characters into parody versions of themselves, or have like a brand new reboot or a new crisis event, or they act like somebody's gonna turn into a bad guy and it never happens. They act like characters are gonna die but never stay dead, and it's like nobody cares when characters die in Marvel and DC because we know that they're gonna come back eventually. You know, even if it's like not for like another year or so. But and it's like every now and then, a good story like King in Black or Devil's Reign or, you know, the Darkhold Saga, like, that'll come around every now and then, but it's not very frequent. Most of the interesting storylines don't even take place in the main continuity. Like, the alternate universe stories feel more like the original comics than the mainline universes do. I mean, I'm probably alone in thinking that shit, But I'ma stand on it. Even when it comes to these quote unquote new characters, they're not even new for real. And the characters who actually are brand new and who are actually their own person, you only hear from them like once or twice, and then you never see them again. But then the replacement or the tokenized characters, they'll introduce somebody like, oh, we got a whole new generation of brand new characters. And you excited to see them, and then you like, so what are the characters like? And they like, oh, well, you see this guy right here? Yeah, he's this guy, but he's black. Okay, what about this woman over here? Oh, well, she's this guy, but a woman. But then, of course, you know, you got the brown noses and ass kisses of the market that just gobble it all up. You know, they never question or criticize anything by the big corporations. Just consume everything and just shut up. Because, of course, literally any and everything nowadays is considered as being a hater. You know, like, you're not allowed to call out bad writing or bad acting or bad storytelling. Like, I don't give a fuck how warranted it is. You just, you know, if you call out bullshit when you see it, well, it's not bullshit. You're just angry and bitter and old or some shit if you say so.
Shut up, bitch.
If something sucks, then it sucks. Like, I don't care who it comes from. I suppose that the people brown nose these corporations because maybe they hope to get like a red carpet invite to a new movie, or they hope to do some kind of a fan interview, or maybe they want to work at these places. I don't know. Whatever it is, that's their own prerogative. But like I said, only certain things you're allowed to criticize. Like, the only reason why practically everyone, including big YouTubers, don't hesitate to shit on the DCEU is because it's the popular thing to do. Like, nobody bites their tongue when DC puts out some shit that sucks. Like, but don't you dare say that about the MCU or like Star Wars or some other Disney product. The mindless drones ain't trying to hear the truth that plenty of shit that Disney puts out is bland or just subpar. No, all they want to do is just consume and then move on to the next thing.
One of us.
We all know that everything that Disney puts out is gold.
Though it isn't.
Going back to that goofy ass Miles Morales shit, if you like it and you want to spend your money on it, well, I don't give a fuck, nigga, that's your money.